So just recently, Marlow's best friend dropped a video exposing her, and I wish I was joking, but the Marlow situation just got so much worse. But before I show you guys the video and explain everything to you, we are so close to 10,000 subscribers. So hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the video if you learned something new. Okay, so if you guys have been following the Marlow situation at all, you know there's been suspicious clips, cheating claims, there's been all this drama for the past few weeks. But dude, what just happened is actually insane. This isn't just some random person making claims. This is Eximity, who was literally Marlow's best friend. They were super close for over 4 years, and not gonna lie, when I saw that he dropped an exposed video on her, I was like, okay, this is about to get crazy. So buckle up because we are breaking down everything, and trust me, this is gonna be wild. So let me explain who Aximity is and why this matters. Aximity has been in the tier list community since 2021, and since 2022 he's been seen as the best player in the X kit. Like, he was ranked high tier 1 in X for over a year straight and was completely untouchable. So this isn't just some random hater who wants to see the world burn. This is someone who was at the top, who was best friends with Marlow, and who has now turned around and is exposing everything. And honestly, that makes this way more believable because he has everything to lose by making this video. So the first major thing MT talks about is the basic problem with MCTS and Marlow's position. So basically, MCTS has total control over the Minecraft PvP community. Like, they run the biggest PvP server, they are backed by the biggest Minecraft creators. And being a top PvPer makes you famous because of MCTS. And the problem is that Marlow owns MCTS. She owns the only server people can test on, which is PvP Club. And she's also ranked as the #1 player in every single game mode. So she's literally the referee playing the game. And Eximity says it perfectly when he says the referee shouldn't be playing the game. Because think about it, she can play by her own rules, she controls everything and there's no one checking her. Like, that's a massive problem that nobody's really been talking about. But it gets way worse when Eximity starts getting into the actual cheating proof. So the first thing he brings up is the Crystal Optimizer scandal from 2022 to 2023. And dude, this is actually so crazy. So basically, back in 2022, clips started going around showing Marlow crystalling faster than anyone thought was possible. And the community was like, okay, she's definitely cheating. But then in 2023, Marlow released the Crystal Optimizer mod. And this mod makes placing and hitting crystals way faster. And she said it was a tool to help high ping players. But dude, Eximity points out that this was definitely the mod she was secretly using as a cheat for months before releasing it. And by releasing it and calling it a helpful tool, she made what would have been a cheat into something allowed. Like, she was cheating, got caught, and then instead of being punished, she just released the cheat as a mod and said that it was always okay. And not gonna lie, that's actually insane. And then Eximity drops a bombshell about Marlow's connection to Very Violent. So for those of you who don't know, Very Violent is a well-known coder who made multiple top-tier PvP hack clients. He's completely banned from MCTS and he literally threatened Marlow's family in 2023. But dude, Eximity reveals that Marlow and Very Violent are secretly friends today. Like, Marlow herself told Eximity this. And Very Violent made it clear that they wanted this kept secret. And he said that Marlow does a lot of things people don't know about to get an advantage in PvP. And dude, the double standard here is insane. Because in 2023, if you were even friends with Very Violent, Marlow would ban you. But now she's secretly friends with him? And Eximity says this has him totally convinced that Marlow is doing something even today. And honestly, I can see why. Like, why would you be secretly friends with one of the most well-known hack creators unless you were getting something from him? But okay, let me continue because this is where things get absolutely wild. So Eximity then talks about the Rapture scandal. And dude, this might be the most obvious thing in the entire video. So Rapture is the best Mace PvPer and is also a modern PvP club, which is the biggest PvP server and the only server for testing. And Eximity says that Rapture is possibly the most obvious cheating alt he's ever seen. Like, he says everyone on the planet sees through this, and this guy's a cheater. But here's the crazy part, an admin on the MCTS network told Eximity everything in a voice call. And dude, the quotes from this admin are actually insane. The admin said, they literally told someone that they were an alt of a different player. It's really weird why they aren't banned right now. So let me break this down. Rapture admitted to being an alt account, the staff know about it, they did a fake screenshot where they pretended not to find anything, and they're just letting him keep his rank anyway. Like, the tier list stuff are totally okay with this cheating alt and they are helping him. And not gonna lie, there's corruption at the highest level. But dude, the most heartbreaking part is when Eximity talks about his own story and how he got banned. So in early 2024, someone did tier tests on Eximity account using cheats. And after a few days, they were caught. And as punishment, all of Eximity's tiers were taken away, including his X tier, where he was totally legit and had been screenshot multiple times proving it. And Eximity points out that this was pretty unfair because a ban from just SMP Kit would have been enough. But the real reason for his continued ban is even crazier. So Eximity reveals that he had a dark past where he was secretly friends with one of the most harmful players in the community. And he actually took part in doxing another player, which he fully admits was completely messed up, and that he totally deserved his ban for it. But here's the thing, after he left the community for almost a year, he came back with a video addressing everything and got mostly very positive responses. And Marlow promised him that he could appeal his ban. But over a year later, he's still totally in the dark about it. And the reason is because there is no system in place for people to appeal bans. The appeal system has been in development for over 9 months and is still nowhere. And dude, here's where the double standard becomes so obvious. Aximity was screenshot every single test, and had all his tiers removed for one mistake. But Marlow has only been screenshot once in her entire career, and that was with advance notice. And she's tier 1 in everything despite all these claims. Like, the contrast is actually insane. But here's the absolute craziest part of this entire situation. So after he posted this video, Marlow left a comment. She said, "This video is incredibly disingenuous. The amount of times you directly and probably lied to the viewer shows that it's not merely that you are misinformed, but that you are deliberately being malicious." And then Vax say the play that Marlow stalled for 6 hours to avoid fighting on a server with good anti-cheat, responded and said, "You calling anyone else malicious is the irony of the century. You are literally the living hell of this community." And dude, that response is actually so tough. But the best response came from Eximity himself. So Eximity responded and said, "Can't wait to get all my accusations debunked by the AI voice changer. It's disingenuous because it's impossible to call you out on your BS because of your position, and the manipulation you've tried on just about everyone at this point. Too bad you couldn't silence me like Swight and Cody. Don't delete your comment this time. You're always the victim. From someone who once saw you as one of my best friends, I know for damn sure you didn't feel the same about me. I'm nothing but an asset for you. Quit. It's genuinely over for you. Ironically, because I know what else is coming. This video should be closer to the bottom of your concern list." Dude, let me break this down because this response is actually devastating. First, he's calling out the AI voice claims. Second, he's saying it's impossible to call her out because of her position. Third, he mentions that she silenced Swight and Cody, which means there are other people who wanted to speak out but were pressured not to. And then the most heartbreaking part is when he says, "From someone who once saw you as one of my best friends, I know you didn't feel the same about me. I'm nothing but an asset for you." Like, you can feel the pain in that comment. That was his best friend, and he's realizing that she never actually cared about him. And then he ends it by saying this video should be closer to the bottom of a concern list, because he knows what else is coming. And dude, that last line is so scary. Like, what else is coming? Is there more proof? And not gonna lie, I think Marlow is in serious trouble here. And the fact that all 3 of these comments got deleted is actually really telling. Like, why would they delete these comments unless they didn't want people to see it? And honestly, that's just more proof of her trying to control everything and silence anyone who speaks out against her. So where does this leave us? Honestly, I think this is the most damning proof that's come out against Marlow yet. We have a former best friend laying out a full case with proof of the Crystal Optimizer scandal, the very violent connection, the Rapture cheating out that stuff are protecting, and the total double standard in how rules work. And the fact that this is coming from someone who defended her for 4 years makes it way more believable. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think Aximity's expose is real? Or do you think he's just lying out of his pants like Marlow claims? And what do you think is coming next that Eximity hinted at? Honestly, I think this situation is far from over. And if you guys want to stay updated, make sure to hit that subscribe button and drop a like on this video. Click another video up on screen right now and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!